Hi, Ginger. This is Riley Clemmons.
Hi, Riley. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. I love your bubbly attitude already.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm excited to be talking to you.
Yeah, I just might wake up this morning thanks to you.
That's what we like to hear.
Well, this is our first time getting to interview you, so I'm very excited. I've been playing your music for some time, and it just hasn't ever worked out to where I get to interview you, but here we are at Winter Jam.
We are. I'm so excited. Thank you for playing the music. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for making good music. We
Oh,
need more of that. Um,
thank you.
and I just got your Christmas single, the first Christmas. Oh, it's so wonderful.
Thank
Um,
you.
that's my kind of Christmas music. I like that kind of non-traditional, Christmas song that it's just, kind of more of a ballad. Um,
Yeah.
oh, it's such a beautiful song.
Thank you so
And
much.
you have now, is this your first Christmas album?
This is my first Christmas EP. I'm really, really excited.
And it's literally called The First Christmas, right?
First Christmas. Easy to remember.
Yep, and the name of your song. And so, because we haven't interviewed you for before, can you tell people where you're from and kind of how you got to be in music?
Absolutely. Um, I'm Riley Clemmons. Hi. I'm from Nashville, born and raised, and I grew up around music. Being in Nashville, it's something that's normal, which is so amazing. Um, but I grew up listening to my mom sing gospel music in church, and I think that's where the love of music really started digging itself into my soul. Um, and so growing up, I always wanted to be singing. I always wanted to be making music. And then I started writing songs and started co-writing around town when I was 13 years old.
You
And from
kidding?
there, I've just been making music and learning and getting to put songs out, which has been amazing.
And a lot of people go to Nashville after they decide to be a musician, and that's where you go. It's the mecca.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
for sure.
So you got the early advantage on being already kind of just, it's such a completely different atmosphere when you go there. And it's like everything around you just, you're just enveloped in music and musical influences.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's extraordinary and very unique about the city that music is something that is so nobody looks at you crazy if you say I want to do music as a career. So that's been incredible.
And then we played, I love like Broken Prayers and Better for It, but your new song really has me in the
Oh,
feels, like Fighting
thank
for
you.
Me. And then you played it at the Dove Awards, which was so amazing.
Thank
It's such a
you.
beautiful performance. Well, now this is your first time at the Dove Awards performing.
Yes, it was my first time at the Dove Awards
Is it
getting
kind of
a
daunting?
nomination and performing. But I grew up going because I was in Nashville, so I would go just as a fan. So to get to perform was one of those pinch me moments.
It's kind of like somebody who plays country music going to the Grand Ole Opry.
Exactly, exactly. It's insane.
Now, your newest single, Fighting for Me, I love the video too. Like, it's such a
Thank
beautiful
you.
song. Can you kind of tell our listeners, like, kind of what's the story behind that song?
Absolutely. I remember that day that I remember the day we wrote the song so clearly. I walked into the studio and I was talking with two co-writers that I write with all the time, Jordan Sapp and Ethan Hulse, and we started having this conversation about how much disunity there was just among humanity as it is. And we really were thinking about, okay, what is it that unites people? Just at the core of who they are, what unites people. And we landed on this idea that everybody has a desire to be fought for in such a way that keeps showing up as unconditional love
Right.
and unconditional grace. And at 19, I'm still so much in the process of figuring out what that means and what that looks like. But I do know right here, right now, that it's the love of Jesus. And so we wanted to write a song about what it means to be genuinely, truly, completely, overwhelmingly fought for by the unconditional love of God. And this song has been ministering to me as well. I needed to hear it too.
Yeah, because when you perform, people, I think, assume that it's all about the people in the audience hearing you. But when they give their love back to you as you're performing, and then the song itself, the lyrics, fill you back up as well.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and now you're going to get it on a grand scale because your Winter Jam is just, it's such a powerful experience when you have, thousands instead of hundreds or dozens, all
Absolutely.
all singing together. And this is kind of like worship jam because we got Crowder and Louis Giglio and Passion and Hillsong Young and Free. I mean, it's got some really great worship aspects this time around, and your
Absolutely.
music is very worshipful to me. I mean, it has also a upbeat to it too, but I mean, like there's some really beautiful. I don't know. I'm curious behind, because you have a very beautiful and kind of unique. I could hear like 10 songs by female artists and I would know which one was you. Like you
Oh,
have
thank you.
you
That's
have
a
a
huge
very
compliment. Thank you.
yeah, you have a very beautiful distinctive voice. I'm curious who your influences are.
I grew up on Southern gospel music, so I loved the big sounding voices and the nuances of Southern gospel. And then I remember being tossed into the back of the car as a little girl, and Christian radio was always on. And so I was listening to a lot of Natalie Grant and Britt Nicole. And those were, I loved hearing female voices on the radio, and they were some of my early influences. And then I fell in love with Aretha Franklin,
Oh yeah.
and I just absolutely, and all of the big voices like Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
And I think that just hearing the passion in their voices was a huge inspiration for me. And I knew that I wanted to create music that had that passionate connection in the vocals too.
I know who I think of. It has like a unique and kind of that higher vocal range, but yet so soft. Is like you remind me of Carrie Job. Like
Oh, thank you. I love Carrie so
I know,
much. She's
right?
amazing. She's
I
amazing.
I told her, I said you could sing the dictionary, and I would start feeling the worship coming on.
I know. I know. How could you not?
And that's the beauty of an anointed voice. When I'm more than twice your age, so you'll start to see, like, the closer you get to God, the more you're going to just, your music is going to evolve, and the performing it as well, just um
Absolutely.
that kind of ministering back that happens when you're doing that. One of my favorite songs of yours is Broken Prayers.
Thank you.
Can you kind of tell people, because we've been playing that a lot, like tell people just a little bit about that song as far as like the story?
Of course. Um, I was so frustrated the day that we wrote that song. I'd been writing and writing and writing. And I wanted to write good music. That was the whole goal of it all. And I had this moment in that frustration of, I don't feel like I'm doing this right. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't feel like I'm going to succeed. And I had this journal, and I still have it. And I was writing down all of these frustrations and things that I was upset about and angry about, and things that made me cry. And I just put them down in this journal just to get it out. And I took it to the studio one day, and I walked in and I go, I can't write a happy song. I can't do it today. I just can't. And so I started opening up this journal, and it was in the room that I had this light bulb moment of, you're not just writing down broken thoughts and ideas and experiences, you're writing down broken prayers. And in that moment, there was this sigh of relief of, whoa, 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 whoa. These are broken prayers that I can give to God because He accepts them and He takes them. And that's the entire need and reason to need a perfect God. The brokenness is made perfect in His love. And so it was this reminder for me to let go of the shame of imperfection and give it to Jesus and give Him the broken prayers. because he still accepts me and takes me and loves me that way.
And I think that people think that when they go to God, it has to be eloquent and they have to say all these big words and things like that. But he wants,
No.
and he wants that. He wants those broken prayers. And that I love how you said you couldn't write a happy song, because I've seen your Facebook and you're a happy person by.
I'm a happy girl.
Yeah, yeah. I see. Like I love that. Like behind the stage, you posted a video of like you jumping around before you go on stage, and I was like, she's my people.
We love to dance. We do.
I love that. I mean, because Christianity does not mean we're boring. We can have a blast.
No. Absolutely.
And so you will be on Winter Jam. I'll be seeing you in Michigan when it's super cold. But that's okay. You're not probably, well, you're a little used to it. Tennessee gets some pretty decent winters.
Some pretty cold winters.
But I am excited to see you. Thank you for doing your Christmas album, because I'm in love with it. I love the first Christmas. And we're playing that, and I'm sure we'll play it past the end of the year, because it's just a beautiful song.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I can't wait. Thanks you for taking the time to talk to us, and we can't wait to see you on Winter Jam and all the other things you'll be doing in 2020. We will catch up with you, because now I got to hear from you again. So I'll be knocking on your people's door to hear how it's going for 2020. Because after Winter Jam, I'm sure you're going to have some stories. So
of course.
Well,
absolutely.
You have a blessed time on Winter Jam and safe travels. Or pray for traveling mercies on all that. And again, we will see you there, and then we'll catch up with you in 2020.
Sounds amazing. Thank you, Ginger.
Thank you, Riley.